Dear movie industry, it has come to my attention that your video game adaptations have not been particularly quite good. Considering the fact that it should be easy to make a video game movie, all you need to do is get the source material and do it right. But yet, every time I see a video game movie, I'm in utter disgust. Seriously, these movies are disgusting. The Mario movie, the Street Fighter movie, and many more are all horrible movies. Why is it so hard to make such a good video game movie? I just don't get it. That's why I'm sending you this message, to inform you that you should start upping your A game, and make a good movie. So I hope that you read this message and decide to make a good movie. Please, to your greatest fan, AZ Negative. I hope they enjoy my letter. Hey, look guys, I finally got my mail back. Let's see what the video game industry has to say. Dear AZ Negative, shut up. Welcome to an extremely awesome, epically fun video. And it's come to my attention now that when it comes to video game movies, they're not particularly that good. Yeah, it's true. I mean, video game movies, if you've ever watched one, are really not that good. I mean, ever since the first ever video game movie released internationally, the Super Mario Bros. Movie came, video game movies have had a consistent track of being absolute trash. And it's a shame. Why? How come they're so bad? It should be simple to make a video game to a movie. I mean, I know there are some video games like Pong, where you really can't make it into a movie, or Tetris, even though they're actually doing that weird. But, I mean, they could at least try. I mean, take books, for example. Books are very interesting, right? Books are good, and they've made movies of them. Now, I know people are going to say, books, movies are all different. Video games, for example, are about interacting and stuff like that, whereas movies, you're viewing the characters who are already interacting with themselves. But then, even so, it doesn't matter. Look at books. The whole point of books is that you get into their world, you feel like you're the characters reading through them. But in the movie form, you can't really do that. And look at the Harry Potter movies. All of them are incredible. So, I mean, I'm sure it's not that hard to make a video game into a movie. I mean, it probably really isn't. But then you're going to say that, oh, but books have interesting stories, Yeah, so do video games. Then you're going to probably say well, books have interesting characters. Well, let me tell you something. So do video games. So really, is it that hard to make a video game movie? But anyway, I guess I have to try my best to explain when video game movies began. So, let's begin. Now, let's start with the first video game movies. Now, most people tend to think that the Super Mario Bros. Movie is the first video game movie. And they're actually half correct. While the Super Mario Bros. Movie, or at least the one you're thinking of, was the first one released internationally, it wasn't the first ever video game movie. But it was getting close anyway. The actual first ever video game movie was a Super Mario Bros. Movie. But it was only released in Japan. So this movie was called, I don't know, some Japanese. But basically it was just a anime where Mario, played by whoever, basically released characters from a video game, Princess Peach and Bowser, and then you had to go on an adventure to save the princess. A simple but charming story, very fun. And that's pretty much how video game movies were. They were mostly released in Japan, considering the most famous video games came from Japan. We never really got one made in America or UK or any country like that. But until the great 90s, an era filled with fun, imagination, great visual effects, and compelling stories. It seemed like video game movies were going to come to America, and we were right. They were going to come, but they weren't going to be particularly good. You see, the first video game movie to release internationally was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And let's just say it's bad. It's very bad of a movie. I can tell you all the problems of the movie. Besides being a bad adaptation of the Super Mario Bros. Franchise as a whole, being just a simple normal movie, it's so horrible. You see these plumbers going to an alternate world, dinosaur cities. You see a man that turned people into lizard creatures. You see people named Toads. You see people having guns and stuff. They're plumbers. They have jumping boots or whatever they're called. There's a king that's made out of snot or something. It just to a normal viewer's standpoint, it's just a mess of a movie. And to the video game fans, it's truly a disappointment. But then after that, they made more video game movies. Now you would think after the horrendous Super Mario Bros. Movies, video game movies will finally get on track, you know? Well, that's not the case. You see, the following video game movies were the Tomb Raider, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat movies. Or at least those were the biggest ones. And all of them were bad for their multiple reasons. Street Fighter was mainly bad for its plot and its interpretation of the characters. The Lara Croft movie was an entertaining adventure film. And Mortal Kombat was too tame and less violent compared to the video games. All of these movies had problems, you know. And I don't know why they didn't think of, fixing it. Video game movies then continued into the 2000s, and we got horrible messes. We got the Resident Evil movies, which I don't know if they're good or not. I haven't paid attention to them, but I think they're pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, they made like, 4 of them, whatever the case is. I don't know if they were popular, but they made a lot of money, that's for sure. Even in the 2010s, they were making video game movies, like the Ratchet and Clank movie, and that. And then, nothing really. No one really cared for video game movies after that. In fact, no one cared for movies really after that. Movies just started to go into this whole blend of just rehashing old stuff, you know? And it seemed like video game movies were doomed to fail. It seemed like we weren't gonna get any more video game movies. And that was the case for a bit. But then, something happened. In a year we simply known as 2018, we got 3 incredible movies. And these movies are Rampage, Tomb Raider, and Detective Pikachu. Now what's so interesting about all these 3 movies combined? Well, I'll tell you what's interesting about these 3 movies. Well, they're all good. Well, not good, but, they're better than nothing, I suppose. You see, all 3 of these movies have something in common. They take their source material and expand upon it, creating an interesting and compelling story. And while it doesn't always lead to something fun, it starts to lead into something interesting and it feels a bit more like after games. The first one of these is, of course, the Tomb Raider movie, which was my least favorite out of the 3, but I found it pretty fun, I guess. It was fun, had some decent action, good stunts, decent visuals, and good acting. It was an alright movie. The next one was Rampage, which actually was a pretty good movie. Now, I'm one of the very few people that actually know that Rampage is a game, considering I played the original game, and yeah, Rampage didn't have much of a story. It was just a bunch of guys turning into, monsters. But when they made the video game movie, it was actually good. They took the original story and took their own spin upon it, making it into something very interesting, and they added The Rock. Who doesn't love The Rock? And the last one, which I just mistakenly said came out in 2018, was Detective Pikachu. And man, Detective Pikachu is indeed a great movie. Everything about Detective Pikachu is fun. First of all, you get to see Pokemon in live action, always a good thing to see. But second of all, there's so much life and energy put into it. Like, I know it's not going to blow many people's minds, but you can tell the people who directed this movie had a lot of passion. And it seems like video game movies are coming up. Even next year's Sonic the Hedgehog movie is getting a bit of buzz. So, could it be that video game movies are getting a revival? Maybe, but maybe not. But whatever time tells, it looks like video game movies are coming back. And maybe, just maybe, video game movies might change, might become good again. And maybe video game movies will be just as good as any book franchise movies or any rehash movies. And while the movie industry isn't really something my cup of tea, I know that it is to a lot of people. I know that people want to see their favorite video games come to the big screen. So I hope next year's Sonic movie does good, and I hope that video game movies in general become good. So thank you for watching this movie. Video. Goodbye. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna direct my very own video game movie. You know that Pong joke I made yesterday? Today? Well, I'm serious about it. I'm gonna make a Pong movie. So, see you guys later. Alright everybody, I actually did it. I did it this time. I really did it. Just like I said before, I made that Pong movie. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to watch this movie. that movie was the greatest video game movie I've ever made. Seriously, that's gonna take me to the big leagues, guys. Soon I'm gonna be just as good as all those big schmancy pantsy directors. So, thank you all for watching my movie. It was a really good movie, wasn't it? And thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.